Okay, so a couple different things. On the G system, I've got one of the really cool things is all the different buttons on it. You know, obviously you use to turn on and off effects. They're also rotary encoders, so you turn them to modify things within presets. But one of the really cool things you can do with the buttons is you can change what they do. So you can actually like configure them. You know, it comes configured in a kind of standard way that TC does it from the factory. But if you want to make a button do something else, like send a MIDI continuous controller message or something like that, you can configure them to do that. So it's really cool. So what I have right now is this button right here. I got configured there's a head switcher back in my rack, and it'll switch between my two different heads, the divided by 13 and the PT100 head. Cool. So that's one thing I did on the G system that's kind of custom.
So do you have that programmed into the presets as well, the amp switching?
I do. Yeah, I got a program per preset what amp I'm supposed to be on.
Yeah, very cool.
And also in the G system, there's two relay foot switching jacks on it, so you can really do like a multitude of different, you know, if you've got a fairly complex setup, which I guess I sort of do.
Yeah,
you know, using long and the short of it is using the G system, I can actually switch between both heads, and then on the other head, on the PT100 head, I can change channels on that head and also turn on and off gain boost.
Yeah.
So it's
quite flexible setup there, yeah.
Really flexible setup, yeah. In every preset in the G system, I can, you know, set it to go to the heads and do whatever I want. So it's great. So basically, you've got. So that's the divided by 13 head you're hearing right now. If I hit this switch, I'm going to be on the channel 2 dirty channel. That's the dirty channel of the PT100 heads. So really easy if on the fly I'm in a preset and I'm like, oh, I want to get clean for a minute. I can just change from one channel or one amplifier to the other very simply. So that's really cool.
Very cool, yeah.
Yeah. That's my basic dirt tone. What I've got going is essentially it's just the channel 2 on the PT100, and I got a bit of stereo echo happening as well. So, you can hear the delay come in after. So. Now if I go here, this is my basic solo tone, which switches in a bit more gain and long delay. You know, tone changes a bit. You hear more of the echo come in.
Yeah, and you're using a little bit of the noise gate on that to kind of keep that a little bit down.
Exactly, yeah, because things, of course, get noisier as the gain goes up. So I've got the gate switched in on there for solos. So that's really cool. Okay, so basically this sound is like I had to come up with a rotary, Leslie type simulation sound for Black Hole Sun. So I've got this. So that's the boxy head over there, the divided by 13 head, and then hit this and. Sound. So it's really nice to go back and forth from your Leslie thing to your really heavy thing. So this sound, there's a song on Chris's new album called Scream, which is actually the title track off his record. That there's like this cool stereo delay thing going on. So you can hear like guitar comes in up the center, and then I get a left-right thing going. It's kind of timed, so it's like something. Big PA and you get that bouncing around.
Yeah, very cool.
Pretty cool. So that's something.
Great, man.
This sound is like a big ambient thing for swells. Spread in after that.
So you have the expression pedal tied in to control the wah part of it?
Yeah, actually there's a wah on this patch, so that if... So inside the patch. Yeah.
So that's the wire off the G system that you're controlling with the expression
Yeah,
pedal.
and the wire on the G system is great. It's actually really cool. It just sounds very natural. Like it never was really an adjustment period trying to get used to, you know,
Great.
oh, it's a digital wah.
Yeah.
Sounds great. So. Yeah, so I got a bunch of Leslie things happening and stuff. There's Chris got a song called "Say Hello to Heaven." That's like a Temple of the Dog song that I came up with a cool Leslie sound.
Yeah.
It's like.
Oh, very cool.
That's another one.
Very cool.
Sometimes I'm using the compressor in the G system as well. I don't have like an outboard compressor or anything like that, so it's like nice for getting some.
Yeah, very cool to get a little more sustain and everything. Yeah.
Exactly.
Very nice.
Yeah. This is kind of cool. I've got it set up so the expression pedal actually morphs from like on one end when it's all the way back. I got a tremolo happening in the G system. When I roll it on, it turns into a wah. The tremolo goes away, and then there's a delay that comes in and a big reverb. So
very cool.
It's relatively there's a bit of reverb at this end and a bit of delay.
Yeah.
You hear a little bit, but not that much, And then when it morphs on, you can hear the tremolo.
Oh, very nice.
So it's kind of cool, yeah. So it just makes it like, it's kind of like a wide open palette when you can tie things to an expression pedal that easily. It's like, oh, do I want to, I'm going to have the feedback go way up on the delay.
Yeah.
The reverb going in infinity, and do like some really cool stuff.
Yeah, I can tell you've been digging into some of the details there by tying several parameters to the same expression pedal. That,
yeah.
It's
It
very
opens
cool.
up a lot of
Very
possibilities, for sure, so it's really cool. This is like a vibrato in the G system. I'm big on vibrato. I like anything that's like pitch. So.
Very cool.
Yeah, big vibrato.
Surf kind of feel over that.
Yeah, a little bit makes me a little seasick.
Very cool. Yeah, great. All right, so thanks, Pete, for showing very cool stuff, and thanks for having us here.
Well, thanks for making that thing. It's been great.